I was raised by faith. I lived by faith my whole life. And it was in God. When I came on this journey for OnPassive, it was actually 20 years ago. I didn't know it then, but as time went on, I realized what I was really looking for was something that everybody has a chance to win. And it didn't happen for the first 15 years. And then I found this company and Mr. Mubarak. And it was then, a short time after we got, myself, Mike, and Dan got into this business, that I started to have faith in a man to do what he wanted to do. And I knew if you can have, and the reason I did is because he had faith in God. And we talked about it, myself, Mike, and Dan. How do we get what we really want? We don't have the resources. I had faith that there was something out there, but I was losing my faith, definitely, because we went through 50 different programs, maybe more. And I said, it has somebody with the resources, the mind, and the heart, which a lot of times those things don't go together. Does that person exist? And lo and behold, in 2019, I found out that yes, he does. And it was then, right at the end. I mean, I was even contemplating maybe not doing online business. And the funny thing is, it wasn't because we couldn't build a team. It was because of how it felt. And it was then that I knew what I'm looking for real is this company. And I didn't know it really at first. We kept trying to manipulate things that we knew. We didn't have the resources by far, and we just couldn't do this. But when I found it, Asher's faith is so strong in what he's doing, I figure he can handle me jumping my faith on the back of him, because I believe 100% that it's going to work out. And it made my life so much easier years ago, not recently. Even with the bad things that happened, I knew as long as he could breathe and walk and talk, he's not going to quit. And that's a comforting thing to have on my side, knowing that, because it's a lot on him to take on. You know, he didn't say to 5 people, dream bigger. He said it to 1 million. Now, there was points in time that I thought, he's got a lot of faith, and I also thought, this guy's a freaking nut. But he's a good nut. And I'm so glad that I met him. I'm so glad that he had that faith. And as you saw him last week, Narelle said it and other people said it. Listen, his power and his drive is what he saw last week. And when he saw that there's 130,000 people, after all the crap that happened, even if we don't know what it was, we know it's bad. You'd have to be Helen Keller not to see that it was bad. It was real bad. And with very short notice, 130, 135,000 people watched that video. That meant a lot to him. And if something means a lot to him, it means a lot to me. If something means a lot to all of you, it means a lot to me. And I knew that some people struggle with, if they can't see it, can't touch it, it's not real. I had the benefit of living that life before I met Ash. But when you meet somebody that has faith in God and has faith in what he's doing, it's very comforting. It makes it very easy for me to do what little bit I do to keep going 100%, because what I'm following has it plus some. And I thought, well, if we could show enough and share enough and uplift others enough, maybe they'll get a glimmer of what I see, because what I see is off the chart. Yes, there's a lot of conversations I have with Mike and Dan. and they're off the chart. But I mean, I can't wait if I have anything to offer more. But right now, I just think all of us are doing what we're doing now. Show the support to Ash. If he hasn't quit now, he'll never quit. It doesn't get any worse than what happened to him in the last 5 years. It doesn't get any worse. It just doesn't. And what did he do? As soon as he got knocked down, he said, okay, I got to get up. And he looked back and threw a life jacket to all of us every time. Every time he got knocked down, he made sure we're okay. Even if he swam, like Chris said, just with his head, because his arms were tied, his legs are tied, and he's got blocks of concrete around his waist. He always made sure we were okay. It's time always from here on out that we show him that gratitude by being there for him. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you.